The tree that never had to fight for sun and sky and air and light, but stood out in the open plain and always got its share of rain, never became a forest king, but lived and died a scrubby thing. The man who never had to toil to gain and farm his patch of soil, who never had to win his share of sun and sky and light and air, never became a manly man, but lived and died as he began. Good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger wind, the stronger trees, the further sky, the greater length, the more the storm, the more the strength, by sun and cold, by rain and snow, in trees and men, good timbers grow. Where the thickest lies the forest's growth, we find the patriarchs of both, and they hold counsel with the stars, whose broken branches show the scars of many winds and much of strife. This is the common law of life. I am 3 minutes out, 1.9 miles. I'm North Carolina, just coming into the Brushy Mountain MX and I think they call it a sport, UTV facility or something like that. Anyway, I'm almost here at Battle of the Goats. It's been a long drive, but it's been a really nice drive actually. The weather's been perfect, and coming around all these bends, I'm thinking this is going to be some crazy terrain. Brushy Mountain Moto Park. It is windy, it is steep. It's going to be crazy. Oh yeah, all the way. Yeah. 12 hours straight.
Wow. You feeling okay?
Oh yeah.
Ready to crash?
Ready to race.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
You here for both days?
Yes, I am. Well, we'll see. See how my bike does, see how I do. But yeah, that's the theory.
Well, good luck to you. This will get you in and out of the gate both days.
Thank you very much. Okay, thanks a lot. Lots of trailers. I see what looks like the team tents, Sherco there, IRC. All right, come with me. Let's go check it out. Grab that there. I found my people. There you go. Looks easy enough. No chance of getting lost. Left, right, left, right, left, up, down. Danger. That's all the people that have died here, I guess. Some sort of shrine, totems. Well, if I need a spare chain, got that. All sorts of spare parts here. All right, I'm gonna go walk the track, see what lies in store for tomorrow. So I got word that tomorrow for my class is gonna start at 1:30 for qualifying. I think they start with the, I don't know how they classify it, amateur expert, but the amateur class, we'll call it, starts at the morning, and then the expert class starts in the afternoon. So I don't know what this is. Start one. It's actually pretty steep. Oh, maybe this is just a little trials area. Yeah, I think this is just a little trials area. Family ride on the US Hard Enduro series. This is not the family trails we have at home. Go. I see the good stuff. Wait till you see this. Oh, that's what I expected. Get out of. Okay, quick double blip off this. Boom. I don't know which way we're going. Maybe it's that way. I don't know. Either way, not easy. Ugh. Look at this thing. Oh my God. This is nuts. Whoa. One of the pros being interviewed over there. Checking this thing out. This looks good. Looks like it starts over there. Come in. No, probably there. Coming in. I gotta find the start to this. The only difference is this log was moved out. This thing is, you really gotta commit on this one. This is full on, like just probably straight on like this. Yeah, that looks like where the tire marks are. A lot of concerned faces here right now. All right, there we go, hike. That was good to go check that out. I think I've got the lines picked. I'm not saying they're going to be easy at all, but I think I've got mostly figured out, and maybe some backup lines. But one guy is reminding me, he's like, remember, this is going to all be covered in rain tomorrow. So yeah, that's concerning. Oh, look at this, a nice river there. And this is where this comes. So we're in the Enduro-cross obstacle section there, and then this is where you come out from there. So you can head up either one. I think I'm just gonna go straight up there. That looks so much better. That other part over there looks gnarly. I can see this traction is gonna be really good, but I'm not too sure in the rain. That's a big question mark. So what I'm seeing so far, and in fairness, I've only walked a kilometer. I think it's a 5-mile loop, and you gotta do it 3 times for the qualifying. But what I've seen so far, assuming this is actually what we're running, is actually sort of not easy, but you know, as far as like difficulty goes, it looks like they're kind of easing people into this, and I have no doubt that this is going to get impossibly hard at some point. But right now it looks like they want to make sure they get everyone out riding and having a good time and struggling a little bit. But for experts and pros, you're going to see them moving really quickly through this. And for the amateurs, there may be some struggling, but everyone's going to, looks like they're going to finish a lap. You might get stuck on a hill or whatever, but it shouldn't cause any problem at all for experts and pros. But that, with the exception of what we saw in that Enduro-cross, because I think next to what I saw in Nashville when they were doing the TKO prologue, right, like right downtown. You see my other video for that. But next to that, that's the gnarliest one. Actually, you know what? I think that one's gnarlier, because the other one was a bit more uniform. You could predict it. That one's nuts. It's the craziest one I've ever seen. So yeah, good way to start the day tomorrow. I'm going to come earlier tomorrow morning. Obviously, I'm not going to sleep in, and I'm going to check out what the amateurs are doing and then get a better sense of where this is all going. I'm registered, good to go. Did a bit of a walk, but I'll come back tomorrow and do something more thorough. Just get back to the hotel and relax, get some dinner. Good to go.
Ready to ramp it up.
Here at Daryl, race day commentary. How are we looking for the course, Daryl?
Well, it's going to be a tough for the amateur racers here, that's for sure. If you took a look at this enduro crossing, I think the first 3 bikes are going down, and it's going to be an absolute shit show. And there's no spectator helping.
Big riders meeting going on right now, going through some of the rules, showing everyone that this whole Enduro-cross is part of the course. Basic rules are everyone gets to race tomorrow, so even if you don't finish a lap, which is caught right there on that blue, you still get to race the next day. You're just going to fall behind other people. And if you obviously do 2 laps, then you're going to be positioned higher for the actual race day. But everyone gets to race Sunday, which is great. There's no outside help. So after this starts, we're going to head up to something called Chicken Fight Hill, and right there we're going to watch some real chaos. But it's the clay is so slick. It's really good for nothing other than building pottery and tombstones at this point. All right, we're starting up, 10 o'clock, here we go.
We're like 3 lines into this and it's a total disaster already. See, look at that lineup down there. So all the way, all these people still have to go. That's about another, I don't know, like 80 guys. And this is maybe 30, 40 people in. It's just total chaos. Welcome to Battle of the Goats.
It would have been fairly easy to get up yesterday, but we got a good amount of rain this morning, so you can tell the guys are struggling to get up. It's pretty gnarly.
Nice.
Come on, we gotta do a team. We gotta do a team. Check his rides out.
Tony, the aftermath, man. Oh my gosh. What happened?
Just a stupid tip over 3/4 of the way in after most of the hard stuff on a rotten stump, but just enough to spike it.
This is why we brought Daryl.
Yeah. Go relax.
Factory team mechanic.
Factory team mechanic here.
Nice. And Blair happened to have an extra set of rads. How crazy is that?
Bring rads to racing.
Team effort.
That's a good lesson.
Yeah,
Bring rads to hard enduros. 100%. Thanks, Blair. Okay, what's your impression of Battle of the Goats, Tony?
Just slick, slippery, torture, man.
One guy out there who did Red Bull Romaniac's bronze had an opinion.
Yeah, Matt Adams, who's like first line B, He caught me on his second lap, and he's like, "This is way harder than Romaniac's bronze." So that's the only upside from this morning's qualifier.
Wow. Well, that's good. Now we know.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll still race tomorrow. I just gotta swap the rad.
Look at that.
Go.
Jeez.
Team effort here.
Yeah.
Get Tony back on the trails.
Holy jeez. Be careful he doesn't get recruited to one of the teams here.
Okay.
Look at this. Tony destroying rads and taking
Hard
names.
Enduro.
Dad, you're up.
So as you can see, I'm covered in mud. I actually didn't finish a lap. I just got so caught up. I made some mistakes. Chose a really bad line that just put me deep into some really bad mud, and it just completely covered my bike. It weighed so much, and I just couldn't do it. So looks like I'm starting at the back of the pack tomorrow, but that's okay. Race another day. I cleared off most of the mud on my bike, but it was just caked. So now I'm gonna go try and find a place to wash this and wash my boots and everything else, and hope for better things tomorrow. It's race day, 6:30 in the morning. Race starts at 8 a.m. My belly's full of oatmeal and I'm ready to go. Yesterday recap. So Cody WEBB ended up winning the qualifier. Trystan in P2 and I think Cooper Abbott in third. As far as my qualifying went, not great, but that's racing for you. What happened yesterday is a quick recap. I started it really well. I blew through the Enduro-cross, and that was one thing that, you know, psychologically you're always focused on in the beginning and getting held up in logs or rocks or whatever, but I actually got through that really well. I felt great. Was way ahead of the pack, and when I was going through stuff, got up some great hard stuff. And then the interesting thing about this hard enduro, I guess to avoid bottlenecks, is they will often carve multiple lines, and I took one that was, you know, a poor choice. You know, I made a huge mistake, and it just became a collection of all the worst things possible. So when I got to this point, it was in this really deep, thick clay. It literally is like pottery clay, like this red clay that, you know, it's like my bike probably was another 100 pounds by the time I'm trying to dig myself out of this. And it was right behind a big pyramid rock that I just, for the life of me, could not do anything to get over. I couldn't get traction. I'm trying to put my weight back and forward, blip up over it. I'm trying to bulldog up around it. And going back just really wasn't an option at this point in time. To make matters worse, because I'd been there, you know, eventually people start catching up to me. I see the people in my class catching up, passing me, and then the A-class riders and pros come, you know, half an hour, maybe not even that, 20 minutes into it, because they started quite a bit ahead, and they start lapping, so I can't do any maneuvers to get around. Anyway, I just got stuck. So lessons learned, not making excuses, just explaining how the day went. And the opposite of an excuse, I realized certainly what I need to work on to make sure I can handle these type of enduros better. And the thing I love about these types of races, going around the US and to Canada, is every race has its own traits, and the type of soil, the way you approach it, your strategy, tires, everything like that. And I'm going in today with a better mindset. I know how I'm going to approach these multiple lines. It's going to have dried up quite a bit, and that's going to help me a lot because clay is not my strength. And I think today's going to be a much better day. You know, keep in mind, qualifying isn't everything, and for me, I'm going to be starting at the back of the pack. But that's fine because it's a 6-hour race today. We're doing 14 miles, and the way the promoter has described it is essentially there may be 2 or 3 guys, if that, who actually finish the 4 miles. I believe there's 4 checkpoints in total. So as you get to each checkpoint, depending on your time, that's how you're going to be ranked according to your class. I doubt anyone in my class will finish it. I suppose anything is possible, but the way they made it sound is you'd be lucky to finish it as a top pro. So I'm just going to try and, you know, get out there and focus on myself and my ride and get as many checkpoints as I can. If I can even get, you know, 1 or 2, I think that 2 certainly could put me in contention. 3, I think that's optimistic, but we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a great day. Weather's perfect, 18 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, and I am ready to race, battle the goats. Let's do this. Switching over tires here. Yesterday I made the mistake of thinking that a new tire wasn't all that important, and I don't know how much of a difference it would have made, but it makes me feel better to think it would have. So I ended up using a Dunlop AT81EX that had about, I don't know, maybe 5 hours on it, and
not new and not ideal. So today I'm switching over to also a not new tire. But what am I going to do at this point? But I did bring a separate wheel for this purpose here. I got gnarly, and this thing is ridiculously flat, reckless almost, and I've only got one rim lock on it, so I'll tighten that up a bit more. But I'm hoping that this does the trick today. A bit wider footprint with the 140, and a lot softer. It's basically flat completely. It's got my old moose in it, so there's nothing. You'll see when I take a video of it. It's a full-on pancake.
Morning of race day. I hope everyone's prepared. I got all the water bottles, Gatorade, so it should be good to meet you guys in the forest today.
All right. So what do you think the strategy should be today, Daryl?
Strategy is tires. And what tire do you have on today?
Gnarly.
Gnarly?
That I don't even think has any PSI at this point.
Any PSI,
It's
140?
just a rim and some rubber.
Yeah, the TKO tire. Right. That's a
right.
good start, man. Get some
That's right.
track today, Sean.
All right.
We'll be there for you all day.
Nice. Thanks, buddy.
Well,
Whoa, nice and flat, kind of gnarly. That should do it. See, I don't know if you can see there. That I just need a second. Oh, can't believe I got off that thing.